Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So today we are going to cover another chapter, which is chapter 2, okay, on the types of retailers. So in this chapter, okay, we are going to look at several things, okay, which is the characteristics of retailers available, okay, and then we are also looking at the various types of food retailers, and then general merchandise retailers, and the differences between service and merchandise retailers, and we are also going to look at the types of ownership for retail firm. So basically, okay, in North America, okay, how they categorize or classify the system in terms of the merchandise that they want to sell. Okay, basically they have these six code to assign to every business. So NAICS, NAICS, they have this code, okay, to define, okay, the several products based on the coding. So as you can see in this exhibit 2-1, okay, you can see that for example, like 441, okay, is for motor vehicle and parts dealers, and 447 is gasoline station. Okay, and then under 448, clothing accessory stores. Okay, they have clothing stores, shoe stores, jewelry, luggage, and then it will break into several other items. For example, under clothing stores, okay, like men's clothing, women's clothing, and so on. So they classify the retailer codes based on this code. Which is it is understood by all retailers in North America. Now we want to look at the other retailer characteristics, okay, which is variety and assortment. So in terms of variety, okay, the breadth means that the number of merchandise categories of retailer offer. So you can see that whenever you go to any retailers, so you can see a lot of merchandise being displayed by that particular retailers. And they have also assortment, okay, in terms of depth, okay, depth of the product itself. So sometimes they can specify the merchandise according to the category, category of the product rather than the entire of the store. And we have also another term which is also you need to be familiar with, which is SKU. Okay, SKU is stock keeping unit. Okay, it is meant for differentiation items of a product. Okay, for example, okay, when you walk into the Giant or Tesco, okay, you may find that, for example, like Softland, so they have various types of smells, okay, different colors. That means that by differentiating the items of the product. And then in terms of services offered, okay, basically this is some services that expected by the customer. Okay, for example, like displaying merchandise, it is all on the shelf. Okay, and then accepting credit cards. Now I think also we are looking at debit cards, and also providing parking. Yeah, if let's say you provide, the retailer provide free parking. Okay, so much more easier and convenient to the customer to come into the store. And looking at the price and cost, okay, when you want to offer breadth and depth of merchandise and services, basically it will cost the cost will be higher to the retailer. Okay, because when you want to have, for example, like just now, a very simple example like Softland, right? You have various type of smells, okay, and then different colors and so on. So what about other products? So other products also have the same broad assortment and also deep. So this is one of the example that will lead into the higher cost of the retailer, because they need to have a bigger area, okay, to stock up all the stock, and they have to make sure that they have a backup stock for each SKU. Okay, so any stock that they're keeping, okay, basically they need to have a backup stock. Okay, this will lead into the increase of inventory investment cost. So the inventory cost will be higher, and because they have to bear, okay, all the costs that involved when you want to have a bigger area, okay, and then maybe in terms of you need people or your employee to manage that. So broader variety, deeper assortment require retailer to charge higher prices to make profit. So definitely, because you need to charge a higher price, because you want to cover, okay, you want to cover the price or the cost, sorry, the cost or expenses that you have accumulate, okay, whenever when you want to stock up all the items, and then this is like a price that the customer has to pay, and that will lead into the profit of that particular retailers. So looking at this, okay, you can see that the sales and growth rate for retail sectors. So we have food retailer. Okay, you can look at the convenience store. Okay, is the highest. Okay, estimated sales about 748 million. And then when it comes to the general merchandise retailer, okay, we can see that apparel accessory store, okay, is the highest, contributing to the sales. Okay, and then we have this general merchandise retailer, okay, building material, hardware, garden supply store, okay, 393 million. It is also quite high. Okay, and for the non-store retailer, okay, non-store retailing, about 340,000 million, 340 million, sorry, 40 million estimated sales. Okay, so this is the how far the business can grow, okay, based on the retail sectors. And this is the characteristic of food retailers. So as you can see that we have conventional supermarket, limited assortment supermarket, supercenter, warehouse club, and also convenience store. So I think in Malaysia, okay, which type of food retailers available in Malaysia? So maybe you can maybe share with me, okay, later on, okay, whether conventional supermarket, convenience store, which one is most that you can find in Malaysia. Alright, supermarkets, okay, it is a conventional supermarket. Okay, they sell perishable items like meat, dairy product, and then it accumulate almost 54% of sales. Okay, and besides that, okay, you have also this limited assortment supermarket, okay, extreme value food retailer where they focus only 1,500 SKU only. Okay, offer one or two brands and sizes. Okay, this is to maximize efficiency in order for them to reduce the cost. So merchandise can goes up to 40% lower than conventional supermarket. Some example of supermarkets in Malaysia like TMG Mart, okay, Jaya Grocer, and also Tunas Manja. And these are some of the competitors for the food retailers that uh, they will be competing with. Okay, which is super centers, warehouse clubs, convenience store, extreme price retailer, convenience store, and drugstore. So when you look at the some of the superstore, I mean like superstore, they offer like fresh merchandise. Okay, so what is power perimeter? So power perimeter is the merchandise, including the dairy, bakery, meat, and then the fresh items. Okay, that we call it fresh merchandise. And we have also green merchandise. Okay, green merchandise, they have these two category. Okay, which is fair trade. Fair trade, whereby this the supplier that supplying the maybe vegetables to them, okay, to the retailers. Basically, the supplier pay the worker on daily basis. Okay, so the worker that mending or taking care of the vegetables, they pay on daily basis. That's why they call it fair trade. Okay, and the price also will be based on should be reasonable. And we have locavore movement. Okay, locavore movement, you try to focus on reducing the carbon footprint. Carbon footprint means that you are transporting food throughout the world. So you will try to calculate which one is the most effective one, then only you will take from that particular supplier. And we have also ethnic merchandise. Okay, ethnic merchandise, basically this is like eating pattern by certain population. Okay, like I think in Malaysia we can see that for example like Arabic food, so you can have some of the shop also selling that type of product. And we have also private label merchandise. This is for example like mineral water. Okay, you can have the we call it OEM, original equipment manufacturer. So for OEM product, okay, you can take the mineral and you can label with your own brand. So you can see that some of the mineral water outside, they have uh, for example like spritzer, okay, and then they have blue. So all these are the private label merchandise. And super centers, okay, super center basically combine supermarket with full line discount store. Okay, it is also considered as one-stop shopping experience, offering a hypermarket in terms of perishable items. So you can buy in bulk, in bigger quantity. Okay, they can also be named as a big box store. So for example, you can look at Walmart. Walmart is one of the example of big box store. Okay. All right, and we have also warehouse club. Okay, warehouse club offer limited and irregular assortment of food and general merchandise. So it is very limited. Okay, offering that they have. Okay, little service and low price. Okay, low rent districts, simple interior, and then low inventory holding cost, because they offer very limited product and assortment of food in that particular retail company, which is a warehouse club. And we have also convenience store. Okay, convenience store, maybe you have been to Family Mart, 7-Eleven, mynews.com. So this is an example of convenience store where they offer limited assortment of merchandise. Okay, so maybe you can when you can imagine when you walk into 7-Eleven, but still, okay, you can still have you can conduct also, you can do your convenience shopping. Okay, and then price generally higher than supermarkets because most of the convenience store, they operate 24 hours. So they have to increase slightly 10 to 20% of the price. And then tailoring assortment to local markets, okay, and then offering more fresh options. That's why you can see a lot of breads, and then you can see you can have like frozen food that basically you can heat up in that area and so on. And then also adding some services lah, like banking, movie tickets and gift cards. You can also buy top up in the convenience store. That is one of the adding additional services provided by convenience store. And we have online grocery retailers. I think during this PKP time, so it is very difficult for the family to go out to do shopping and so on, buying the groceries. So they can also conduct online groceries, and basically customer willing to pay in order for them to save time, right? It is basically expanding. Okay, and some of the example, that I can share with you. Okay, Tesco, Happy Fresh, GrabMart, Jaya Grocer, and Signature Market. These are the online grocery retailers, top 10 in Malaysia. Okay, so you can see that they are also doing very well. Okay, a part of the brick and mortar store that they have. All right, they also going online. Okay, just to make sure that the customer able to still purchase even though they stay at home. And then these are the characteristic of general merchandise retailer. Okay, so you can see that in terms of the assortment, variety, so different type have different services, okay, that they offer in terms of the assortment, the prices, and so on. Okay, and next is the department store. Okay, as for the department store, all right, they offer broad variety, deep assortment. Okay, in this case, okay, you can see that some of the product there, for example, like soft goods, hard goods, and also durable goods. So these are the product that are offered. You can get clear picture. Okay, if let's say you visit Paksen, okay, they have all these product. For example, like focusing more on upscale fashion, high fashion chains, and then moderating price, and then also value oriented. So when people goes into the departmental store, okay, these are the things that they can look at. Okay, and normally you have already targeted for a specific product that you want to purchase. And for the department store, okay, they need to be able to minimize eroding market share, because sometimes other departmental other retailers, okay, doing very well compared to them. So what they need to do, right, they need to aggressively seeking for exclusive brand. Okay, some of the brands that they need to bring in, okay, basically is private label or maybe the store brands. So sometimes when you want to go for a specific product, okay, or maybe apparel, okay, you will go to that particular departmental store. Okay, and then expanding omni-channel and social media presence. Okay, they are not only selling in the departmental store only, but they cross channel strategy, okay, to improve the user experience, okay, while having a lot of other points. For example, like um, they communicate with the customer through Facebook, or through social media, and then at the same time they can also buy online. Okay, so this is one way for them to make sure that they are still relevant and present, yeah, in the business environment. Okay, and then we have also full line discount store. Okay, full line discount store, it offer broad variety, limited service, okay, and at low price. Example given here, Walmart. Okay, they converted many discount store into super centers and online order with store pickup. So you can conduct your online purchase, and then you can pick up the product and expanding the product range. Okay, and then Target, okay, one of the full line discount store, okay, fashionable merchandise, cheap appeal. So it is much more cheaper compared to other merchandise store. And also Kmart, okay, seeking innovative solution as it continues to struggle, because for Kmart, right, it's still they need to compete with the big ones like Walmart. Okay, so the Kmart has to find any innovative service that they can provide to the customer, so that the customer will continue to come to their to the store. Okay, and then we have also category specialists. Okay, as for the category specialists, okay, it offer a deep and narrow assortment. So the category killers, consumer drawn to deep assortment and competitive prices. So when you walk into Toys R Us, Toys R Us is one of the example of category specialists. Okay, so when you want to purchase any toys, okay, you will go to Toys R Us. So you can see that a lot of assortment and also competitive price that you can compare. Okay, which are the toys that are cheaper and have value, okay, for you to buy. Okay, and we have next is specialty store. Okay, specialty store is the concentrate on limited number of complementary merchandise category, yeah. But again, okay, deep, okay, but narrow in terms of the variety. Okay, and they also work closely, yeah, with expertise. Yeah, they are sales associate or sales person. Okay, among most profitable and fast growing firm. So as you can see the example for apparel. Okay, for apparel, okay, the top one is H&M. Okay, so these are the specialty store focus more on only on apparel. And then electronics, okay, electronics like Apple, okay, and jewelry. Okay, jewelry maybe you can look at Tiffany and Co. Okay, these are the types of specialty store, okay, that have uh, uh, that have their position in the market. Okay, and we have also drugstore. Okay, another general uh, merchandise retailers. So you can look at drugstore that focus and concentrate on health and beauty care. Okay, so they have also competition from pharmacy, okay, and some food retailers, and it is pressure for them to reduce the cost. So they offer wider assortment of merchandise, okay, and more services like pickup, in-store clinic, and so on. So you can see that example in Malaysia, okay, we have Alpro like, and also Caring Pharmacy. This is some of the example of the drugstore, okay, that available in Malaysia. Okay, and we have also extreme value retailers. Okay, in terms of extreme value retailers, okay, they offer broad variety, yeah, of assortment of household goods, health, beauty, care, and groceries. So example here, like Aeon. Aeon is one of the example of the general merchandise store. Okay, so you can see that, okay, they still have some of the part or some of the products offered, okay, to their customer is basically targeting on a specific market. And another store that I can share with you is I think in Pahang. Okay, we have like Tunas Manja, okay, Nirwana, LYC, all these considered as extreme value retailers. And we have off-price retailers. Okay, so like off-price retailers, okay, it is basically looking at the product that you can offer a significant price discount. Okay, 20 to 60% lower than suggested retail price. So basically, yeah, sometimes they can offer this price because maybe some of the product that they are selling is the company is already closing out. Okay, and then the outlet store, factory outlet, all these types of the off-price retailers. So in Malaysia, okay, one of the good example that I can share with you is Reject Shop. So Reject Shop is one of the off-price retailers. Okay, in certain area they're still there. Okay, but in certain state, Reject Shop is no longer as a player in the market as off-price retailers. Okay, and service retailing. Now we go into service retailing. So in the service retailing, okay, sell service rather than merchandise. Okay, like just now, okay, I explained to you, focus more on wholesale club, supermarket, category specialist, and then specialty department store. Okay, but now, okay, people are looking also at service retailing like optical center, restaurant, airline, bank, and also university. Okay, so people are not only looking at the merchandise retailing, okay, also in terms of the service retailing. So what is the difference between a service and merchandise retailer? Okay, as the service retailer, okay, they offer product that is intangible. Intangible, something that you cannot touch. Okay, something you cannot feel. Okay, so basically intangible will relate to your experience. Okay, simultaneous production and also consumption. So example that maybe you go to a barber shop. Okay, so when you go to barber shop, okay, you are getting your hair cut. Okay, and at the same time, okay, the barber also cutting your hair. All right, so you consume the product at the same time. And also perishability. This is another criteria of a service retailer. Okay, in terms of perishability, whatever that you sell for that particular day. Okay, for example, like barber just now. Okay, the shop open from 9 to 6, for example. Okay, from 9 to 10. Okay, 9 to 10 only one customer. Okay, but 10 to 11 there's no customer. So means that time considered as perish. Okay, means that because you do not have customer for that particular time, and it is considered as a loss opportunity, okay, to the company. And then inconsistency of offering to customer, because for example like just now, you go to barber shop, okay, and then the barber shop, maybe barber A and barber B, okay, they have different techniques in cutting the hair, right? So sometimes you may find that there will be inconsistency, okay, in offering or cutting the hair of their customer. All right. And next we will go into types of ownership. Okay, so types of ownership, we are looking at the independent single store establishment. So you can have in terms of the manager to manage your store, right? Normally you will go into the wholesale or sponsored voluntary or cooperative groups. This is one way for them, for the retailer to set up their business, because you need to have a lot of capital for you to set up the retailer shop. And we have also corporate retail chain. Okay, retail chain operate multiple units under common ownership. Okay, so like corporate retail chain, for example, like Aeon, Tesco. So they have this decentralized decision making for defining and implementing the strategy. So it is all being taken care, all right, and it is considered as a group of retail chain, for example, like Giant, and they have different types of strategy that they will implement throughout the retail chains. And we have also franchising. Okay, this is also common. We can see it is commonly practiced. Okay, franchisor sells right. Basically, when you purchase a franchising business, okay, you are using the trademark, and you need to pay for the franchising fee. So the trademark that is already established, okay, like for example, like McDonald's, KFC, and then some of the drawbacks, if let's say you want to go on franchise, the startup cost is quite high. Okay, sometimes it costs thousands and millions ringgit for you to set up one chain or franchising business. Okay, and then you have to follow the rules and regulation of the franchisor. Okay, you cannot breach you cannot breach, or you cannot against any regulation. If not, your contract will be breached between the franchisee and also the franchisor. Okay, so I think that's all for this chapter. All right, so you can also flip through, okay, later on some of the key terms, okay, that you can look at. All right, so this is for just for your information, the key terms. All right, so I will see you, okay, in the next class. Okay, thank you very much for your time to go through, okay, this chapter 2. With that, thank you very much and see you in the next class.